Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers, back up in it. Uh-oh. They're really going nuts with the Air Max.
But yes.
720?
Air Max 720.
That's a lot of rotation
that is
for one shoe. I mean,
I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But this is the Air Max 720, $180 freaking dollars, and you don't even really get flying it. And you get this full length air unit. But let's get it started with the review. Let's start off. This is just a casual review, obviously. Mm-hmm. So the traction really isn't that important, but it is important to like not slip out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's kind of important, you know.
And you don't want something that's going to be like crazy.
Not durable.
Yeah, you don't want something that's crazy not durable. I guess for lack of better wording, but
yeah. But it seems pretty good. I mean, okay, so you have some rubber here coming around. I guess underneath the air unit. Mm-hmm. You have a little bit of a pod as well in the forefoot. The rubber doesn't seem to be, actually it's really not deep at all.
Yeah.
It's not deep at all, but it's a hard rubber. So I feel like it should be okay for durability. It does stick, so so you're not gonna be slipping or anything like that. So you should be okay if you're just kind of like walking on a hard surface and it's kind of wet. So I haven't had any issues with that.
The rest of this blue part is actually exposed foam.
Yes.
But most of that is actually not hitting the ground.
Nope.
So
there's that. So let's get into the cushion. You have this full length air unit, which is crazy, dude.
Whoa.
There's so much air in it, and it's just in the heel is so crazy. It is insane. Like court feel, or I guess just feeling the ground, you're not gonna get any of that. This is the highest feeling cushion I've ever felt in my life. Once I put it on, I'm like 3-4 inches taller. So I guess it's good if you want to be a little bit taller, but it's just like casually walking around. I still don't really like that. It's kind of, I don't.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's a little too much. You know,
it
like
looks too much.
Yeah, it's insane.
Mean, reminds me of the Vapor Max, not aesthetically, but just the Vapor Max was a lot too.
Yes.
So
that doesn't feel good. Also, another thing that I didn't like is the offset. Like the heel is so high compared to the forefoot. Like it feels like you're, I don't know, like wearing heels or something. Even though it's definitely not as bad, obviously. But I didn't like that feeling. I like to have more of a flat ride, especially just like walking around. So I didn't like that either. Another thing is, this is not flexible at all. I mean, this air unit, like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you can't bend it. It's not flexible at all. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So like in other shoes, you have a lot more flex. Look at that. This is a Kobe 5. There's a lot more flex. Especially just walking around, it's just super stiff as well. And also another thing is, like, there is a lot of compression in the heel. It feels really nice, right? But for my weight, I think, well, obviously I'm not that heavy. I'm like 145, 150 pounds. So I'm definitely super light. But like when you're walking around, you're just walking around like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't go like this. Or I guess some people do, but I don't walk like that. I just go like, kind of like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't really heel strike or anything when I'm walking. So I don't really feel the compression as much as I thought I would while I was just walking. You know what I'm saying? So like I really had to like jog or something, and once you're jogging, obviously you do go like this and you heel strike, and that's when I kind of felt it a little bit more. Or when I'm just walking, I just kind of like I didn't feel it as much unless like I purposely dug my heel into the ground,
Yeah.
So but it is insane. Like this is the most compression in the heel I've ever felt. There is definitely a group of people that would find this comfortable. If you found like the Vapor Max or the Air Max 270 comfortable, then you would definitely find this, especially in the heel comfortable. It's just like a lot higher and a lot crazier. But for me, I don't like it. It just feels a little unstable. And also in the forefoot, you don't really feel anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like there's air underneath right here. It's just more on the side. It's a lot thinner on the side as well. So the only way you're gonna feel it is kind of like going like this.
Yeah.
And while you're walking, you don't really do that. So in the forefoot, I couldn't really feel it as much unless like I was doing like really purposely going on the edge of each cushion right here. So the forefoot, really nothing at all. And also another thing is like I always describe Air Max is like your foot is on top of a diving board or something like that. So it's not soft where your foot is directly hitting, and then it's kind of like just going up and down.
Yeah.
So really not my thing. I don't like it. it being high off the ground, all that. So I really don't like this cushion setup. Very stiff, all that. So there's that. I don't really have anything nice to say about it. But. So moving on to the materials. Materials, you basically just have like a mesh like material.
It feels like it's like almost coated with some type of like a rubber or some type of plastic.
Yeah.
It has like a soft felt feel to it.
Yeah. So but it's soft.
Yeah, it's soft.
It's soft. It's supportive. It gets the job done. You know, I'm not super mad at it. I would have liked to see a little bit more airflow. You know, it's not the thinnest material, and I don't. It doesn't really look like there's any airflow going through the shoe. The tongue is the same material. On the sides, on both lateral and medial sides, you have these little mesh panels overlaid with kind of like a plastic synthetic, which is there for more support. And also, there's a lot of plastic that comes up as well.
Yeah, quite a bit of lateral caging.
Yes, and also on the medial side.
Yeah, on the arch, little arch support there.
And you have a very hard plastic, or actually pretty hard plastic here in the toe for toe drag, so you have a little bit more durability there. I guess if you're walking really hard, I don't know why. This is a casual shoe. Why would you have that? You know. But overall materials, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad. I'm not mad at it, but it definitely doesn't feel like premium, especially for the price, $180.
Yeah.
You know?
But something about it to me like looks kind of premium.
Really?
It looks like kind of futuristic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a lot of the design doing that, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a cheap shit mesh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but anyways.
Yeah. Moving on to the fit, go true to size, not super narrow. I'd say it's more of a normal fit, and fit for me was pretty good. I really had no complaints. One thing that sucks is for my casual shoes, I like to just slip my shoes on like here, my Epic Reacts right here. Boom, flying it, you just kaboomski, you just slide it on and you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? But this, it has a traditional tongue, so it's a little bit hard to just slide on. And if you can't slide it on and you kind of like accidentally tighten your laces a little too tight or something, you have to untie your laces, you know, and loosen
pull
everything
out the shoehorn.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
an ordeal.
So I don't like doing that, especially for a casual shoe. I would have liked it if it was more of like a stretchier material that you can just slide on. So that's just a little minor thing that I don't like. I think a lot of people also do like to slide on their shoes as well, right? So
are they light? There's a lot of air there, but there's a lot of like just plastic caging, and I don't think it's gonna be the lightest shoe.
13.16. So
for a casual shoe, that's not great.
Yeah. So for comparison, the Epic React is like what, 6.95.
Dang.
So that's like twice as heavy. You know what I'm saying?
The Epic React is kind of a runner / casual shoe, but still, that's nuts.
Yeah, so very, very heavy, especially for a casual shoe. I would say that's okay for a basketball shoe, but for a casual shoe, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah. And
it feels bulky, it feels heavy, it feels really like not responsive. Like you feel like wobbly, you know what I'm saying, while you're walking around there, which I don't like either. So, you know, there's that. Which kind of comes into like, I guess, support / lockdown. While I'm walking, I didn't like it. You know, like obviously while you're walking, you don't really need like stability or anything, but I just didn't like how wobbly it felt. You know,
you can roll the shit out of your ankle walking around.
Yeah, that's true.
I've done it, like on a little ledge or like a curb or something.
Yeah.
I mean, not that this is, you know, a certain shoe's going to save you more so than others, but having that unstable feeling, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, and it's way worse. You didn't like the Pure Boost, the original Pure Boost.
Yeah.
But this is like 20 times worse.
Wow.
Trust me. So there's that. Moving on to the aesthetics. I still am not a fan of this. I don't like this embossed pattern. I don't like the panel thing here on both of the sides. And I also especially don't like this unit. I don't like how that looks either.
I don't like it either. What I do love is the colorway.
Oh yeah, the colorway is cool.
The kind of iridescent touches everywhere. Like on this bubble here, there's like this like slight glitter glaze of like purple iridescent. And I do like pretty much all the colors on the shoe. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. It's not really my vibe.
Yep. So
it does look futuristic though.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're into that.
I guess so. So wrapping things up, $180 freaking dollars. I did not find this shoe really comfortable at all. It's uncomfortable, I would say. You know, it's stiff, it's wobbly. not stable. Yeah, so I don't like this shoe. And I think if you like the 270s, you might like this. But even still, this is, I think, is a little bit worse than 270s or even maybe the Vapor Max.
The 270s look a lot better too.
Yes, and it's $30 cheaper. This is $180 freaking dollars. So I don't like it. I don't recommend it. Especially just for casually walking around. I would recommend like the Epic Reacts or Ultra Boost or something like that if you want something a lot more comfortable, a lot more minimal. So there's that. But if you don't want to listen to me and you want to get a pair of these,
hey,
we'll leave a link in the description box.
Free country.
But anyways, that's a review. Hope you helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.